Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am back on my Facebook page this week, so I hope you're able to join me. My name is Genevieve Coe, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Markham, Ontario, Canada. I have had the pleasure and fun and excitement and adventure of being a demonstrator for over 14 years now. I can't believe it's been that long, actually. So I know that some of you out there who are watching, whether you're watching the replay or watching live, you may have known me for quite a while, or this might be your first time visiting my page. So welcome. And I just like to hop on every Tuesday, 2 p.m., and share some stamping and share what I'm up to. So I sincerely hope I'm in the right place. I'm still a little nervous with technology, and I worry that I'm going live in the wrong place, but hopefully we are okay. If you're out there watching live, make sure to comment, say hi, let me know where you're from, and if you've ever crafted before, if you've ever stamped before, or if you've ever tried Stampin' Up! Before. When I design my projects, I just like to sit down and have fun, play with my goodies, and I just like to share it with you. So I'd love to hear how you enjoy the projects. So usually I share some announcements of what's going on in my stamping business. Hello, Lena from BC. Hi, Serena. Okay, great. I'm glad we've got some friends joining us. It has been like a crazy snowstorm here in Southern Ontario. Yesterday, it snowed like all night, all day, and we had snow probably up to my practically my hip. So, but it looks like today people are getting out and about a little bit. The plows have been working hard. God love those people driving those snow plows because no one was able to move anywhere yesterday. It was so snowy. But there's sunshine today, and some of the plows have gotten out, so I know people have been out and about a little bit. I even went out today to drop some cutting to one of my helpers, and so I'm glad that there's life because that would be even harder getting not being able to go out because of public health restrictions and not even be able to go out because the snow is blocking the doorway. That's like double whammy. Oh, good. Hi, Elizabeth. Good to see people. Hi, Karen. Hi, Linda. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to share some announcements and stuff going on in my business, and then I'll dive into some stamping, and hopefully that'll inspire you to either stamp along with me, to do a little shopping, to craft with the supplies you have. Okay, so I just realized I didn't bring my little catalogs over, so I'm going to grab those because it's always good to take a peek at what's going on in there. My catalog has been so loved that it's actually falling apart, and it literally just went officially live on the 4th of January, but the cover's already fallen off. That's how much I've looked at it and used it. So this is the new mini catalog, runs from January to June, but with everything going on, you kind of have to imagine everything in here is while supplies last, just because of supply chain issues and shipping issues, which is not unique to Stampin' Up! It's the whole manufacturing industry is in a little bit of a wonky state right now. But I do want to highlight Saleabration. If you have missed out on my Facebook party last week or on my customer appreciation event, don't worry. Saleabration is a party that Stampin' Up! Does just January and February so far. So it's going to be ending February 28th. And how Saleabration works is it's all about free stuff. So I know if you're anything like me, free is the best price ever. Give me a like if you love free stuff. So I'm just going to quickly go through it because I know most of you, if you've joined me before, anytime in the past couple of weeks, you've heard me talk about it. But I know sometimes we always have new people joining in, and I don't want anyone to miss out on Saleabration. So what Saleabration is that I think there's three ways to take advantage of Saleabration. So the number one way is to shop, of course, and shopping for new stamping supplies, refreshing your supplies, getting new stamps. It's always fun, but it's extra fun during Saleabration because with every $60 spend, you can choose a free item from the brochure. And these items are exclusive to Saleabration. You can't buy them even if you want to. So something like this marbleized paper, free with your $60 order. And I had somebody ask me if I place more than $60, can I get more free items? Absolutely. There's no limit. You can go and spend 120 and pick 2 items, or they have these bigger free items that are free with a 120 order, and then you can take advantage of those. Okay, so Jennifer's asking if I'm freezing for other people. I don't even know what I would do differently if I were freezing. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's my internet, but I'm just going to keep going and hope that the recording works out. So the number one way to take advantage of Saleabration is by shopping. And the second way to take advantage of Saleabration is by hosting. So just a reminder, now I don't know if this is coming up backwards for you or forwards, but basically, if there's stuff you love, if you want to get some free product, or even if you want to just do something fun with your friends during this wintry, yucky time, so what I would do is consider hosting. So host your own stamping social, and I will totally customize whatever you want, whatever price range you want, I'll do it. If there's a particular theme you want, I'll do it. And during Saleabration, Stampin' Up will give you a free stamp set with a qualifying party. So let me see if I can show you in here. It's not a great picture, but it is this one. I have the actual stamp set, which I can grab later. But it's only available with a qualifying party, or you could be a party of one. As long as you hit that threshold, you can also get that free stamp. And then the final way to take advantage of Saleabration is to join the Stampin' Up family. And I know some people are concerned. Does that mean I have to do parties? Does that mean I have to run classes? No, you can just love the discount. That's how I got started. So I'll try to remember to talk a little more about that. Yeah, Diane says I'm good. Chris says that I'm freezing. So hopefully you guys are still catching it. I'm going to flip the camera over and try to do a little stamping with you because there's a lot going on. This is just Saleabration. This is just what Stampin' Up is giving us. But in my own personal business, it's like my business name is Stampin' for Fun. I've got lots going on. I'm running different classes and events. So if you're not sure where to start, I would definitely let me know. You can reach out, you can message me, because I can sort of walk you through what might be the best options for you. But usually taking one of my Sweet and Simple classes is a great place to start. Those of you that have a few stamping supplies, some of my stamp camps are a great option because I know what it's like. It's kind of hard to like just sit down and have the inspiration, right? You might enjoy crafting, but you might not enjoy all the um, creative process or the thinking that goes into it. My classes are a great solution for that because I will pre-cut everything. I will provide tutorials. So even if you can't join at the actual time that the Zoom class is running, you can always use the tutorials. And what's really cool is that oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I'm just so worried some people aren't. Okay, Andra is saying, and Linda's saying that it's okay. So for those of you where I'm freezing, you might want to kind of reboot and come back, maybe, or the recording might be better for you later. Um, so yes, my classes are a great option because I'll cut everything, prep everything. You'll get the tutorials. You can do it on your own time. And the thing is, if you look at it and you want to change it up, you still have that wiggle room for your own creativity. You can just use the pieces I've given you, create something different with it. So it's still a lot of fun. And plus, I love connecting with those of you who take my classes. It's a way that it's not just about the stamping and the creativity, but it's a way to connect and say hi to each other too. So, um, February 1st is the deadline for upcoming classes. So we're getting close to that time. So don't wait. Make sure you register early if you can, because it helps me to order the supplies ahead as well. So we've got a few great things coming up. I've got the Get Set for Spring Stamp Camp, which I am collaborating with Jennifer Cotton in the US. I'm not sure if she's watching. Sometimes she hops on. But Jennifer and I, we're great friends. We're great stamping friends. We share different things that we create with each other. And we thought, why not? Let's do a stamp camp together. So this time will be actually our third time doing a stamp camp together. And it's like a mega experience. You can choose how much you want to take advantage of, but the main Get Set for Spring Stamp Camp will be featuring the Rainbows of Happiness bundle. And so if you already have that bundle, great. If you don't worry, because you can certainly purchase it in addition to the class, but we are going to prepare 10 different projects for you. 10 projects. So you'll have some great colorful projects to make, and you'll enjoy our exclusive Facebook group. So Jennifer and I will be hopping on February 26th in an exclusive Facebook group just for those who register for our Get Set for Spring Stamp Camp. And this is a great option for anyone all across Canada or the US, because Jennifer and I are doing the same projects. We're collaborating together. We'll both be sharing, so we can all have fun stamping. And the idea is that you kind of block off February 26th to do the projects with us on that day. But don't worry if you can't do it that day, because the Facebook group and access to that is there forever, and you'll get the tutorials, so you can do it on your own pace or at your own time if that day doesn't work, or maybe you just like to be more leisurely in your stamping. It's the perfect, maybe you've got like kids underfoot and you need to only do it at nighttime or something. This is the perfect option to Get Set for Spring Stamp Camp. And if you want to jazz it up, you can add on 2 optional classes. One is with the Easter Friends stamp set, so we can get ready for that occasion, and one is the Friends of the Forest stamp set. So both of those you can add on to your stamp camp and get free shipping for those extra classes. Or maybe you don't want to do the whole stamp camp and you just want to do one of those optional classes, or both of them. That's an option too. So it's totally flexible for you and your needs and what works for you. Jennifer and I are just excited to share the inspiration, to share the projects. So you can see that all on my registration form. I'm going to flip my camera over here so that you can see my desktop. Oh, hopefully this works. There we go. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can still read your comments. I love to read your comments, so make sure to let me know you're there. Tell me what you're up to, because all comments will be entered into a drawing for a little happy mail from me. Okay, so if you want to register for any classes, or you want to shop, or you want to take advantage of the starter kit, all my important links are here at this link at the linktree/stampin' for fun. Okay, so I talked about the Get Set for Spring Stamp Camp. I've been playing around with some of my stamp sets for that, and I'm excited. Another new thing coming up in February is a scrapbooking class. So you can either just take one class, or you can become a subscriber and get a slightly discounted rate. I love scrapbooking. I have not, I just went away this past weekend to do some scrapbooking on my own. So it just reminds me how awesome it is to get those photographs off our phone and into an album. Maybe I will see if I can grab my album to show you guys, because it was so great. So what you would get in your Memories Matters class is you will get the, see, I've got lots of, this was our 25th wedding anniversary. Kevin and I thought we would do something really great for our 25th anniversary. We did not plan on a pandemic, so we ended up just obviously staying home and getting gigantic slices of pizza. Okay, so you can see how um, it's just fun to get those pictures printed and put into an album. My family likes looking at it. I love looking at it. And so my Memories Matter class, you'll get all the pre-cut pieces, you'll get the cardstock, and it will all be ready for you to pick up. Or if you require shipping, I can do that as well. And then you just pop your own pictures inside. Not only do you get all the pre-cut pieces from my Memories Matter classes, you will also get a 2 hour sort of virtual crop session. I'm putting that in quotations because it'll be on Zoom. So that's why it's kind of a virtual session. It's really hard for you guys to see kind of the layouts, but you can see how we can use stamps, ink, die cuts, DSP to create those layouts. And then so on that 2 hour Zoom, which is included with your class registration fee, or if you're a subscriber, you'll work on your pages. You can either work on the ones that I sent you that month, or you can work on other scrapbooking that you need to do. But the idea is to get those photos down and into an album so that the memories help to stay fresh. Okay, I'm a big fan of journaling and doing some different journaling. This is my son's grade 8 graduation. It was kind of like a drive-by because of the pandemic. So the journaling really helps. So see, this is just to give you an idea of the kind of layouts that I would be mailing out as part of the class. So I would pre-cut everything for you and then you'll have it. Okay, so hopefully that inspires you to do a little scrapbooking with me, especially if you feel like you need inspiration and motivation to get it done. Sorry, I'm just trying to close my album without. Did I see Jan hopping on? Look at Jan. I've got a picture of your husband here, but you'd never know it's your husband because he's wearing a Justin Trudeau mask. Okay. Anyway, that was a funny time. That was the time at church when we were celebrating our pastor's birthday. Okay. Um, Lots of fun memories when you scrapbook. Okay, so that's that. So that's just a couple of events I have coming up, but you can see the full lineup at my registration form for February, okay, for upcoming classes. Okay, are there any questions? How's everybody doing here? Okay, I'm hoping the technology is working. We're going to keep going. Let's create. So, today I thought I would use this stamp set. Who remembers what the product of the month is? Does anyone remember what the product of the month is? I've been focusing on this fun product. It is called the Gold and Rose 6x6 Metallic Specialty Paper. So any online orders in January using the January host code, which you can find on my blog, will get a free package of the Gold and Rose specialty paper. And so I think it's fun to kind of pick a product, focus on it all month so that you guys can see each Tuesday a new project that I create. So last week, let's see, last week was this card. Oh, now I'm kind of grabbing it off my table here. Okay, do you remember last week it was also like a little party kickoff, but there I'm using the rose specialty paper, golden rose specialty paper there. And I made this ode to pink card, used all different kinds of pink strips to create that card. And the week before, I made this cutie using the Rainbows of Happiness bundle. And you can see how the specialty paper, it really has a bit of a bling to it, right? That's kind of fun. So let's see what we're going to create this week using the same product of the month. Okay, and then I'm so happy. I've been buying so many things from the new mini catalog, and something might be changing inside of me. I used to always gravitate to like the flowers, the butterflies, but lately my eye has been drawn to sort of like cutesy things. In the past, I never would have bought a stamp set like this, but Maybe age is changing me. I'm not sure. So I bought this one called Brave Vikings. Super cute. And I was like, oh, I just want to have it. I just want to play around with it, see what I can create, see what fun I can have. And I don't know, now that my son's moved to Ottawa, I try and think, oh, I could send him a card. What am I going to make for him? And so this stamp set also spoke to me too, because I thought, like, look at, he's so funny. Like, I feel like it would be kind of fun for a boy's card as well. So let's see what we're going to create today. Let's get started. If you've never stamped with Stampin' Up! Products before, I want to let you know that Stampin' Up! Products make crafting, card making, scrapbooking, it just makes paper crafting so easy. First of all, because of the quality of the products. So if you were here with me in person, I'd give you this cardstock to hold. It's a great heavyweight cardstock, so it just immediately adds quality to your project. And it's 8.5 by 11. I'm going to cut it in half at 5.5 inches. So I've got a nice clean cut there. One sheet of cardstock will give me 2 card bases. So I'm going to use this as the card base. I am going to score it at 4.25 inches. Okay, and then we will have our card base. Okay, great. And then next, I am going to grab piece of crumb cake cardstock. So I thought the crumb cake and early espresso went really nicely together. And I'm going to create a bit of a layer on top. So I'm just going to create a 1/4 inch border. So I'm going to cut this at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. Okay, there we go. There's our little layer. Okay, the other things we're going to need for this card is I decided, of course, we're going to use some of our gold and rose specialty paper, since that's the product of the month I'm focusing on. The past 2 projects I used the kind of the rose color, but today I thought I would use sort of the gold color just to change it up a little bit. So I am going to, what I might do first is just create a little strip, 1/2 inch, I think. Yeah, 1/2 inch will be fine. Okay, so I've got a 1/2 inch strip here, and then I'm going to make the length match with this crumb cake layer. So I'm going to cut it at 5.25. Now I know sometimes people join me and they want to stamp along with me. If you have supplies, go ahead. You can totally follow this card layout. Even if you don't have the exact same stamp set, you can still use the layout. I hope I do encourage you to create. Okay, so we've got our card base, we've got our layer, we've got a strip, and I'm going to create another strip about the same size, but I'm going to use the petal pink color. Let me see, where's my petal pink? Here we go. Okay, so it's a different shade than our Blushing Bride. Let me just show you, just so you can get an idea of the different pinks we have. I know they call this petal pink, but to me it's almost, but not quite like a peachy color. It is pink, but I mean, this is Blushing Bride pink, just so that you can kind of see the difference there. Okay, so I'm going to use the petal pink, and I'm going to cut another 1/2 inch strip. Okay, and I'm going to have that same length at 5.25. Okay, so 5.25. So now I've got 2 strips along here. Okay, I'm also going to take a piece here, let's see, and I'm going to make it 2 inches by, 2.25 inches. Is this long enough? Yep, 2.25 inches by 3.25 inches. Okay, this will act as a bit of a mat for us for our central focus here. Okay, And then I like to cut a lot of things by 1/4 inches. It's just easy to see on my trimmer, and but certainly our trimmer has, you know, smaller markers you could cut by the 1/8 or even by the 16th if you wanted to, I think. Okay, so let's get our basic white cardstock out. And we're going to cut a 2-inch by 3-inch piece. Okay, so 2 inches by 3 inches. Okay, and so there'll be this little piece there. So I think we are good with the trimmer right now. I'm going to move this away. So I've just kind of been cutting the pieces, but let's do a little stamping. So we've got all our high quality cardstock. We've got this great color coordination going on. We're using our product of the month, the rose and gold specialty paper. And I've got a brand new stamp set to use. So I'm going to go with this little chickie here. Okay, and let's put her. So maybe I'll show you if you've never seen before. The stamps come already kind of die cut to the outline, which is a great feature. And then they don't come with stickers on them. You actually have to apply the stickers. And what the stickers are is they have a cling sort of back to them. And you're going to need that. So you're going to need that to stick it onto the block, okay? Because the block is what's going to allow you to stamp, okay? So if you've never applied a sticker on before, I'm going to show you how I do it, and I find it really helpful. So there's sort of a backing here. You need to peel off this backing. Some people make the mistake of putting the sticker right onto this backing, and it won't stick that well because this is kind of waxy. So what you want to do is take this backing off, okay? And oh, this is the male Viking image. So I take the corresponding sticker and I peel it off the sheet, keeping this waxy backing on, okay? And then there's like usually a seam here, so I'm gonna take half of it off so I can kind of see it. It's sticky on this side and it's sticky on this side, so you got to be careful that you're not putting it the wrong way. And then we're gonna, basically it's almost like a puzzle piece. I'm just trying to match it so that it matches, and I'm matching it by using the part that isn't sticky, so that way I can kind of move it, reposition it, just kind of make sure I've got it going the right way. Once I feel pretty confident I've got it lined up, then I can drop it down. Okay, so the part that I peeled off the backing is now stuck to the stamp, and the part that's not stuck, I can just fold it back, peel off that backing, and then now the sticker has been applied. Okay, so that's a pretty surefire way to get your stickers on and aligned properly onto the stamp. And I do find that these are you only have to put these stickers on for the rubber stamps. We do have photopolymer stamps, which you won't need to put stickers onto. Okay, so once you've got the sticker on, now it's nice and clingy, so it'll cling to the block. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this lady in, I think I'm going to use the Memento black ink because I am going to color her in, and Stampin' Up! Recommends that we use the Memento black when we're using the blends markers. Okay, so I'm going to stamp her. Maybe I should have done her a little higher, but oh, I wiggled. See how, oops, dimensional backing. So if I want to try again, I can use the other side. See if I can actually, it's probably okay, but let's try again. There we go. That's a little bit of a cleaner image. This kind of edging happens when I'm tapping too hard in the ink pad, or if I like kind of rock the stamp when I'm going down and going up. But see how cute she is? See how cute she is stamping up artwork? So I don't have to be the artist. Stampin' Up's the artist. And she's so cute. I agree. So I'm gonna put her there. I'll clean off my stamp using my Stampin' Scrub. Okay, thanks, Sarah. I'm glad you think she's cute. I love to read your comments. Yeah, let me know what you think of that girl. And the funny thing is, I never would have bought a stamp set like that before. I feel like maybe now that I'm getting older, maybe I like these cutesy things. Maybe it makes me feel young. Okay, so I've cleaned my stamp. I'm going to put it back in the case. And then I'm going to use the sentiment stamp. I've taken a Viking to you. Okay, it's kind of cute. Last night I was stamping with some people in Thunder Bay, and we were doing the last month's paper pumpkin box, and they're all puns, and they're so funny and so cute. I'll show you after what we made. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to punch out a heart using our heart punch. And punches are so easy to use. You literally just slip them in and punch, and you've got the perfect shape. See, if I were to try to cut a heart, it would not turn out so beautiful. Just wouldn't. Okay, so let's stamp that. I've taken a Viking to you. This could work as an anniversary card, a Valentine's card, any kind of card, friendship card. Okay, great. So we've got that, and now we're going to color this cutie. So I've got a few different blends markers out here that I can use. So our blends markers, when you purchase them, they come in a 2-pack. So you would get the, what is this? Oh, okay. So for example, I think these two, right? You would get the light and a dark. So this is like a light daffodil delight and a dark daffodil delight. You get both. In one set. I believe it's $12. Okay, and so yeah, there's a light crumb cake and a dark crumb cake. Okay, and so I think I'm using like petal pink here. So there would be a light and a dark, and then this is the smoky slate. Okay, so let's color her. So I told you they recommend using the Memento Black ink, and I am going to go ahead and do her like sort of clothing here. I'm going to use the light crumb cake, and our blends markers have like a brush side and a kind of like a point side. So can you see the difference here? There's kind of like a nib side, and then there's like a brush side. Okay, so I'm going to go with the nib side, and I'm just going to color, sorry, I'm just pausing because of course, as soon as I get on Facebook Live, I've got all these texts and phone calls coming through. We've had quite an adventure with the Stamp Camp traveling bins this time. It was all going pretty smoothly until yesterday. The Stamp Camp bins couldn't travel to the next registrant because of the snowstorm. So I've had to like rejig the traveling bin schedule. Not too much, just kind of like moving everything forward by a day. But then, of course, some things didn't work for people, and I wasn't sure if everyone got the message. So I'm calling people. Okay, so I like to use a circular motion when I'm using our blends. Our blends markers are special because they're alcohol-based markers. So I find that they give a very smooth, just a nicer application of color when I'm coloring larger surfaces. The Stampin' Write markers are still good for sort of smaller surfaces. They have other benefits. But if you can see how smooth applying that color is, the blends markers are great. And they color coordinate with the other Stampin' Up! Products. So I'm using the Crumb Cake marker to go with the Crumb Cake cardstock that we're using. And then I'm just going to use the dark one, and I'm going to color her little booties here. And you can certainly do more shading and make it more fancy if you want. I'm not that artistic, so I don't know all the artsy stamping things, artsy shading things, I mean. Okay, but the blends markers work really well for sort of shading and blending colors. That's why they're called blends. Okay, and maybe I'll do her little spear here. And I'll do the top of her helmet. There we go. And then I kind of pondered what I should do her hair, because I'm like, is she me? Am I supposed to make her me? I should make her hair black, but couldn't resist with a Viking. I felt like she should have blonde hair. So I'm going to use the Light Daffodil Delight and just color her hair. I don't know whether I should use the brush side or the brush side is a little faster for applying color because it's got a broader, but just sometimes you can't be as detailed with it with the brush side. Let's see, there we go. Isn't she looking great so far? Oh, that's like me, Andra, right? Crafty, not artsy. But I'm telling you, with the Stampin' Up! Artwork, and then it's not hard to use. I use the blends all the time because to me it's actually easier to use the blends rather than like the watercolor pencils to add color. I feel like you need to have a little bit of artistic talent to use the watercolor pencils. And plus this artwork is so cute that I think the brighter blends just lays down a deep, rich color, whereas the watercolor pencils, it's a little more subdued. Okay, so and then maybe I'll use this smoky slate for her spear. This is the dark smoky slate. Okay, and then she looks pretty white there, so we can add some skin tone color. I'm actually going to use, and sometimes people ask, like, what's the best marker for skin tone color? And guess what? There's no best marker for skin tone color because just like actual humans, everybody has a different skin tone shade, right? So, like there is one called Ivory, which I think they were thinking would work for skin tone, but I don't know. I wanted to go lighter than Ivory because she's, Norwegian and fair skin. So I went with a light petal pink. And speaking of skin tones, all of a sudden I remembered I wanted to tell you about a new product coming out, several new products coming out. So this is like, we're going to deviate from our project because I forgot to tell you. There's a whole bundle coming out called All Together. And this is a collection that will be available the 1st of February to the 2nd of May. But if you're a demonstrator, you can order it now. I just ordered my bundle last night. Or if you're not a demonstrator yet and you want to get your hands on it now, get the starter kit while it's on sale, because during Saleabration, when you join the Stampin' Up! Family, you get 2 stamp sets free in addition to the 165 of product that you choose for your starter kit. So the starter kit is 165. You only pay 135, no shipping. Plus during Saleabration, you get 2 additional stamp sets. So what can you put in your starter kit? Whatever you want, including this new All Together bundle. So the All Together collection, you can buy them separately or as a collection, includes the Here Together bundle, which is the stamp set and the coordinating dies, and then the All Together 6x6 designer series paper, and then the they have come out with a whole set, Natural Tones Stampin' Blends collection. So look at all those different shades and colors you can get. I think that's going to be awesome for doing skin tones, which I think is the idea. The theme of the stamp set and the dies are really about unity. So yeah, there's a few card samples up there using the new product. Here's a close-up of the dies and the stamp set, the paper, and all these great blends colored markers. So I think that's so exciting. I can't wait to get my stuff. So if this makes you excited too, you can definitely get it now and add it as part of your starter kit. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until February and hope that these things don't run out, because I think these things are while supplies last. I believe the markers will be carrying over into the catalog, but these items are limited time. Okay, so that was just a little deviation as I was thinking about skin tone colors. I'm going to use the light petal pink. And plus, I thought petal pink was good because that's the color that I used for our little mat here, right? So it'll coordinate really nicely there. So again, I'm using a bit of a circular motion when I color her face. Okay. Oh, we can't forget her other hand here. There you go. Isn't she cute? And she really comes alive when you use the blends markers to color her. Okay, let's keep going. I love this card. I already know who I'm going to send it to. Okay, and it's not my husband. I don't know if he'd appreciate this cutesy card, but he probably would. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll apply some adhesive. Put it onto our petal pink mat there. And then I felt like I wanted to just kind of put the heart here, but I want it to stand out a bit more. So I'm going to use our product of the month here, and I am going to punch out this heart. So I believe, let's see what's the best way to maximize my paper here. These two punches are sold together because they work so great together. So see, there's like sort of the scalloped heart and then the regular heart. I use them together all the time. It works so great together. See? Ta-da! That really makes it pop, doesn't it? So let's put that down. Okay. Are you feeling inspired so far? You feeling like creating? It is time to make Valentine's cards if you haven't started yet, my friends. Okay. So that's that, and we'll just finish off the rest of the card. I felt like this needed some extra texture, so I am going to emboss it, and I'm using not this one. Hopefully I can find it. Hello. You sent? Yes, I'm going to use the Dottie Hearts embossing folder. Okay. Oh, Andra says she has dad and brothers got all the Norwegian blood in our family history. Okay, so there you go. I have no Norwegian blood as far as I know, but I still thought these Vikings were so cute, so I had to get them. Okay, so now you've already got an idea on how to use it, Andra. Okay, so let's pop this in here. And since we've got our little borders going on the left side, I'm going to mostly do it kind of on the right side here, our little dotty folder. Okay, and then what I'll do is I will emboss the crumb cake cardstock, and I'm going to use our cut and emboss machine. So let me bring that to the table here. It doesn't matter how many times I clean up the table, it always kind of runs out of room. Okay, and we'll put this on here. Okay, and we've got our embossing folder. Actually, since the embossing folder, we don't need this thin die adapter. I'm going to remove that. Make sure it's straight. Put our plates on, and we'll roll it through. Okay, and it's just a press that goes through, and it will press the cardstock into the embossing folder, and you get this great dotty heart. See, isn't that fun? You can't see it, but it's bumpy. Like if you feel it, it's bumpy. What's that folder called? It's in the annual catalog, actually. I think it's called Dotty Hearts. I think that's what it's called. Dotty Hearts embossing folder. So you get 2 embossing folders in there. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here. Put that back so we don't lose it. And put this out of the way. Okay, so hearts are not just for Valentine's anyway. So, I mean, you could totally use it for anniversary, wedding, friendship. Okay, so it is one of our mini embossing folders, so it would totally work in our mini cut and emboss machine. Those of you who didn't want to invest in the larger cut and emboss machine, you could get our little mini cut and emboss machine and enjoy that. And then that embossing folder would work in the mini as well. But it just means that it doesn't fill up the whole sheet if you're doing this size card. But in our case, it's not a problem because we're going to put a little bit of color on the left side. Okay. So see how we can get that color coordination going? I'm using the petal pink cardstock here. I'm just going to take it right to the side. Okay. And we'll pop this cutie pie up using our Stampin' Dimensionals. These are a must-have. Okay, so everything I'm using can be purchased from my online store. And remember, any order $60 or more, if you shop online, will get you a free package of brand new Golden Rose specialty paper so that you can enjoy creating with it as well. Okay, there we go. Yay! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I love, love, love making cute things, and it's so easy with the right products, with the color coordination. Okay, and then we'll just pop it onto our card base that we cut earlier, and voila. Now, when you're using a darker card base like this one, this is an early espresso, it's hard to write your message inside, so I would recommend putting kind of a layer inside. So I'm just going to use just the white cardstock and put it inside. But since I was doing that, I felt like I may as well add a little bit of fun inside as well. So let me see, I'll cut it at 4 inches by 5¼ inches. And since there's so many cute things in this set, I thought, why not just have something on the inside? So I'm going to use the Viking boat. I don't know. There's probably a better term for it rather than Viking boat. What do they call Viking boats? Are they still boats? Is there like another term for them? Okay. And so maybe just to match the cardstock, I'm going to use the early espresso ink. Oh yes, there's a problem. A lot of my ink pads are off with the traveling bin, so I had to find an old early espresso ink pad here, but I think it still works okay. Right? Ship. The Viking ship? Yeah. I think that sounds better than boat. I don't know why. Okay, so we'll just pop that inside. And there we go. Okay, so we have been playing with this is the gold and rose metallic 6x6 specialty paper. We've been playing with it all month. So week 1, this is what we created. Week 2, this one, and this week 3. Okay, so I love creating different projects and giving you inspiration. So hopefully you feel inspired to craft and create. If you've never tried stamping before, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. I can certainly help you step by step through the process. Okay, and then just remember, if you're ready to try some shopping, you can head here and take advantage of my January online ordering special where I'll give you a brand new package for free. And that's on top of the freebies that Stampin' Up! Gives you for shopping as well. And if you find that your shopping list is getting a little long, then definitely think about taking advantage of the starter kit because that is the best deal. You choose $165 worth of product. You pay only $135, no shipping, and in many provinces, no tax. And you add on extra 2 stamp sets, whatever you want. You could choose the Brave Vikings if you want as your freebie. So it's a great deal. Stay in touch with me and don't forget to sign up for classes before February 1st. I'd love to enjoy with you. So let me flip the camera over. Oh, I'm glad you love the card. See, isn't she cute? Okay, let me flip this around. So in case you can't tell, I really love stamping and I love creating. So thank you so much for joining me and letting me share with you. Um, Keep commenting, even if you're watching the replay, because I do like to do a little drawing each week, and then the winner will just get a little happy mail card from me. Okay, so yay! Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for letting me share, and I hope you'll tune in again next week, Tuesday at 2, to see what I create using our product of the month and having some fun together. Bye for now. Have a great afternoon.